Hey, what's up, guys? Hope I'm live right now. Welcome back to another live stream tonight. We've got a fair few things to talk about in this live stream. Um, Bitcoin is actually dipping. All of a sudden, okay, Bitcoin is in fact dipping, okay, tonight. Early this morning, okay, Bitcoin was looking pretty good. You know what I mean? Even other altcoins early this morning was looking pretty good. If you guys haven't seen my most previous video, okay, Bitcoin a few hours ago was in fact at about, just under $28,000, around 27.7, just under $27.8 thousand, okay. And now a couple hours later, Bitcoin is holding just below. Okay, it's slightly having a pump right now. Okay, I'm currently in the 15-minute time frame right now. Okay, so each candle is 15 minutes, and you guys can clearly see right now, Bitcoin is in fact forming a slight upside right now. Okay, but you guys can clearly see, a few hours ago we saw Bitcoin have this drop. Okay, all of a sudden dip. Okay, Bitcoin had this sudden dip. Why? Why did this dip happen? Okay, it's clearly someone obviously sold off their Bitcoins, okay, for no what reason, okay. But you guys have to understand, if we really just look at the chart, okay, if we go to the 1 hour time frame here, this is a bit more better. Okay, we are still above $27,000. Okay, Bitcoin, at least Bitcoin didn't drop below this line right here, below $27,000. So it's still holding up really well. Okay, this could potentially be the next support level for Bitcoin. Okay, because a couple days ago, okay, on the 28th of May, we saw Bitcoin actually, right, pumped towards the upside of $27,000, and it pumped all the way up to about $28.4 thousand. Okay, and you guys can clearly see we are in fact seeing another support right here. Okay, at least Bitcoin didn't go below that level of $27,000, so that's great to see, right? But it looks like Bitcoin did in fact have this sudden dip for who knows what reason, right? But it was in fact a dip, and obviously someone sold off their Bitcoin. Okay, and that's why we saw this dip, and this is a pretty decent dip because you guys can clearly see this is in fact a pretty strong red candle, right? It really is. So not just Bitcoin is down today, guys, also other altcoins are down as well. Okay, I've told you guys many times, whatever Bitcoin is doing, if it's pumping, then other altcoins will follow. The entire market will pretty much follow and pump with it. If Bitcoin is dipping, then it would most likely, right, other altcoins in the market will dip with it, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Okay. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is down 2.7%. Okay, just give me a sec here, guys. So Bitcoin is down 2.8%. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. And Ethereum, okay, it was also down. Same with some other altcoins. We actually saw earlier this morning, what was it? XRP actually, pumping. Even just yesterday, right? XRP was absolutely pumping up to the upside, and it still is. XRP is still holding up really well. Still currently at over 50 cents, currently at 51 cents. So that's great to see for XRP. Okay. I remember Quant was pumping as well. A lot of people are in fact talking about Quant, which is right here. You guys can see for the past 7 days, Quant is up over 14%. Okay, so Quant has in fact been pumping as well. But overall, for the past 24 hours, guys, yes, we are in fact seeing some dips, but this is nothing. Okay, this is just all of a sudden dip for who knows what reason. Okay, obviously there's some selling off going on right now. Okay, and that's why we are in fact seeing Bitcoin drop 2.8% for the past 24 hours, and Ethereum dropping 2.1%. Okay, and a fair few altcoins down over 2%. Some 3%. You guys can see that right there with Solana, right, Litecoin, Polkadot, Avalanche. Okay, Chainlink is down 2%. So yeah, there's just been some selling off going on, but this nothing to worry here, guys. Okay, there really isn't. There's nothing here to worry. So far, the market tonight is down overall 2.1%. Okay, so yes, it is effects having a slight drop, but nothing too crazy. Okay, we shouldn't be worried as of right now. I think, Bitcoin will eventually, bounce back up, and eventually it is, right? A pretty strong green candle is forming, so we will see what's going to happen in the next few hours. I'll obviously keep you guys updated tomorrow morning once I upload a new video, like what I always do. But at least Bitcoin is holding up really well at this support level of 27k. Okay, so Bitcoin is still holding up really well, okay, in my opinion. Now I want to show you guys a fair few charts that recently just came out. So here's a new one from Stock Money Lizards saying that Bitcoin will likely touch base with the weekly MA20 before the next heavy bounce. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that it's still looking pretty good for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin will potentially see Bitcoin short term in the next few weeks, next few months, bounce back up to the upside. This rally that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin will continue on. Okay, you guys can clearly see, 6 months ago, back in November and December, we saw Bitcoin at, just below $16,000 and at $16,000 and $17,000, mainly at 16K. And then all of a sudden in January, we saw Bitcoin pump 40% return, right? Like 40% bounce up to the upside, which was massive out of nowhere, right? And then it dropped all the way down to $20,000 right down here. And a lot of people thought Bitcoin was gonna, drop further down, but no. Then we had Bitcoin bounce back up even more. You guys can clearly see that, right? And the same thing is going to happen in the next few weeks, potentially in the next few months. Okay, so be excited for that, guys. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is still holding up really, really well. Okay, so nothing to be spooked about or to be fearful about at all during this time. Okay, even like sudden dips like this that we have in fact been seeing. Okay, this is not the first time, obviously. Okay, you just gotta really hang in there and just think long term. Don't think short term too much when you're investing into crypto, guys, because this market is really volatile. We all know that, right? This is nothing compared to the stock market. What I realize is the crypto market moves slightly more than the stock market, right? I have never really invested into the stock market, but I have heard there's people that I know personally that have invested into the stock market, and they tell me if the stock market is up over 2%, just 2%, that's a good day, right? And it's sort of rare for the stock market to pump 2%, even like 3%, right? And I realize the crypto market can pump like 10% in a day, or even like over 20% in a day, right? We see Bitcoin pumping over 10%. We're seeing Ethereum and a fair few altcoins pump over 30%, 40%, you know what I mean? So I realize this market moves more than the stock market, right? So that's that. Here's another chart that I want to show you guys. Oh, I should charge my phone. The Bitcoin realized HODL waves show beautifully just how early we are in the cycle. The curve is starting to shift as we leave the cycle bottom in the past and bring on newer holders. A powerful bull run lies ahead if you can wait for it. Okay, so you got to be really patient here, guys. And this is why I always tell you guys to just keep dollar cost averaging and just HODL. Don't be fearful. Don't be spooked out by these drops that we are in fact seeing. Okay, like I said earlier, think long term. Okay, don't think short term, because if you keep thinking short term, guys, right, you're not going to make it right in this market because it's really volatile. Bitcoin and this cryptocurrency market moves, right? It always goes up and down a whole bunch. Some days it will pump the most, some days it will drop, okay? And some days it wouldn't even move, okay? So you just have to understand that this market is really, really volatile. It goes up and down a whole bunch. It's like a hill, right? Like literally, okay? So bearish sentiment cannot survive. So you guys can clearly see long-term holders, okay, a new cycle. Okay, you guys can clearly see this, right? Back in 2013, 2017, and of course 2021, right? A new cycle is beginning to form. You guys can clearly see that, right? Beginning of the next cycle curve, okay, is in fact happening, which is great. Okay, we know the Bitcoin halving is in fact about to happen. just next year in the year 2024. So that's, absolutely amazing to see. So be excited for that. Okay. We know the halving, it's going to change everything. It's going to be a game changer. And we know that, right? Because that is where Bitcoin pumps the most. And that's going to be like the real beginning of the next bull run. Okay. So I think, we all should be really bullish right now, especially during this moment. We should be really bullish, right, with Bitcoin and crypto. Okay, especially Bitcoin, right? So it's looking pretty good, right? It really is. Okay, a new cycle curve is in fact going to be forming, which is obviously a great sign. Okay, and history, you guys can clearly see this. History does in fact, repeat itself. It's a whole cycle, guys. This happens pretty much every 4 years. We enter a bear market, okay, and we're in the bear market for just over a year or so, and then we enter the bull market. Okay, it's a whole cycle. We enter a bear market, okay, it goes down, and then we enter the bull market, it goes up. Okay, and to make money, pretty much you just gotta buy low and sell high. Very, very simple. Okay, so you buy low at the bottom, and once we pump, everyone is greedy. There's a lot of FOMO going on. Everyone is talking about Bitcoin, okay, and whatnot. A lot of news articles, news channels talking about Bitcoin. They want to FOMO in. Everyone's sort of getting greedy. That is the perfect time to pretty much take your profits, guys, right? And when it's dropping, okay, this is what I realized. When it's dropping, everyone's, saying Bitcoin is a scam. Okay, it's going to crash. It's going to go to $0. Okay, everyone is fearful, right? No one's really talking about Bitcoin no more. It's sort of quiet. That is the perfect time to start buying. Okay, it's just the whole cycle, guys. And that's how people, okay, out there, especially investors, not just traders, investors make a lot of money in the crypto space, right? Especially with Bitcoin. So just think about that, right? Also, I just want to show you guys this, the Bitcoin monthly returns. Yeah, someone just commented, JP Morgan said BTC going to $45,000. I actually saw that on Twitter, if I can actually find it. I actually did see it tonight. I just can't, I'm not sure where. I think it was Bitcoin Magazine that posted it. Yeah, here it is. I heard about this. I saw it a few minutes ago actually. So yeah, someone just commented, JP Morgan said BTC going to $45,000. Nuke it. Yeah, so you're right. Okay, so shout out to you. Okay, I actually saw this as well. I actually forgot to talk about this, but yes, JP Morgan says Bitcoin is currently undervalued, which is crazy, right? And I've been saying that as well. Bitcoin really is undervalued, and you guys have to understand, right? If you go to the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin, really zoom out, Bitcoin is obviously still nowhere near its previous all-time highs. So clearly it's still undervalued, in my opinion, right? You guys can clearly see that from its previous all-time highs to where we are now. Bitcoin is nowhere near its all-time high. So that still gives us time to start buying more into Bitcoin, to adopt more, to accumulate more. We all should be accumulating right now. Okay, we all should be buying right now, like literally, right? We are obviously in the accumulation stage. So right now is obviously a perfect time to get in. In my opinion, we're nowhere near its previous all-time highs. So I think right now is still a great time to get into Bitcoin. Okay, it really is. If you think it's too late, it's really not. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually saw that as well. But yeah, that is crazy. Okay, and yes, I agree, right? Bitcoin is to be expected to pump at least over 45,000. I think $45,000 will easily happen. That's gonna happen in the next few months. If you guys have in fact been watching my videos, okay, you guys would know that I've been telling us as many times that my personal Bitcoin price prediction for Bitcoin this year alone is around, 50 to over $50,000. I think that's a very possible price target for Bitcoin to reach, a realistic price target for Bitcoin to reach this year alone in 2023, right? I even drew it out right here, these lines, okay? This rally that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin will in fact continue, okay? You guys can clearly see that, right? It will continue. And I told you guys that if Bitcoin, which it will, okay, if Bitcoin surpasses this line right here, okay, of $30,000, I think Bitcoin will, in fact, that's when Bitcoin will, in fact, continue its rally up to the upside once we fully surpass 30K, right? So once we see Bitcoin reach 31K, 32K, it's all ups from there, guys. Yes, we will obviously see small corrections every now and then, and it will consolidate every now and then. That's just what Bitcoin does. It's not always going to shoot up. But from there on, guys, I think that's where we will, in fact, see the rally continue. Like what we have, in fact, been seeing for the past few months. This year alone in 2023 will continue up to the upside, right? So I think Bitcoin will reach, $30,000, 32, 35, 40, and eventually over $50,000, around 51.6. I just drew it out right here. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. So that's my personal price targets for Bitcoin. This year alone in 2023. I think that's very, very possible. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, back to this Bitcoin monthly returns and percentages. This morning this was down. I'm not quite sure. It's down even more now. I think this was down like 5% or 6%. I think it was 4%. I think it was. Now it's at 7.3% because obviously Bitcoin is obviously dropping even more for the past few hours all of a sudden. Okay, we're having this sudden dip right now for Bitcoin. But yeah, literally in the next few hours, okay, it's gonna be June, right? So we just ended off this month in the reds, okay, and that's okay. You know what I mean? April, March, February, and January, our previous months, it was in fact pretty good. In fact, it was all green months. Okay, January we saw a 40% return. March we saw a 23% return. April not much movement, but still it was still in the greens, 2.8% return. So overall, for the past few months this year alone in 2023 has been pretty good, right? It's been pretty good. So that's great. Okay, and you guys can clearly see 2022. If you survive 2022, you can survive anything, right? If you guys are in fact in the crypto space, if you guys are investors or traders, if you just survived last year in 2022, like you were hodling your assets, right? You would literally survive anything. Because look at this. Okay, 2022, let's look back a little bit. I already talked about this in my previous videos, but I'm gonna talk about it in the stream if you guys haven't seen my videos. You guys will see in April we had a 17% downwards, right? It was down 17% just in April, and then the next month, May, 15%. And then June, check this out, right? This is massive. 37% just in June. I remember June was a bad month for Bitcoin and crypto. And the reason why, guys, we saw a massive drop that month alone in June is because of many things, right? A lot of things pretty much crashing down, right? A fair few crypto exchanges crashing, okay? Like Celsius, for example. And then, of course, we saw Terra Luna collapse. Okay, so all of 2022 was a pretty bad year. And then you guys see in November, we saw it drop over 16%. And that's because of the FTX collapse. I'm actually surprised that November, it was only a 60% drop. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would have been way more than 30% or even 40%, right? Because FTX was a really large crypto exchange that obviously went bankrupt and it collapsed, right? And whatnot. I'm actually surprised like November was only down 16%. But, if you survive 2022, then you can survive anything, guys. Like what we're seeing right now this month in May is literally nothing compared to last year. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like, look, add this up. 17 plus 15 plus 37. That's already alone 70%. That's just those 3 months in April, May, and June. That's already 70% right there, guys. Okay, it could be like 69%, but we'll just round it up to 70. Okay, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So you can literally survive anything. So what we are seeing right now is literally nothing, guys. Okay, this year alone in 2023, it's just like what Bitcoin and crypto did in 2019, right? It's the same cycle, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay. Okay, so someone commented, "What's your time frame? 48K to $50,000 by the end of the summer or leading to EOY?" I'm not sure what that means, but I've told you guys many times my personal prediction for Bitcoin, this year alone, okay, or in the next upcoming months, Okay, I easily see Bitcoin at least over $30,000. I think Bitcoin will easily pump back up to 30K in the next upcoming weeks. I think that's very, very possible. Oh, you said end of the year. Okay, end of the year. Towards the end of the year in 2023, I easily see Bitcoin at least somewhere around this area. I can like when I tell you guys I see Bitcoin reaching $50,000. I do mean it. I think that's very, very realistic. Okay, maybe Bitcoin will potentially be all the way to like, 47, okay, to even 48, right? But $50,000 is very possible as well. I think that's very, very realistic. Okay, a lot of people think Bitcoin will drop back down to like $25,000 to $20,000, but you guys understand, right? There's no way. It's just very unlikely to happen. The reason why I say that, guys, is because of the halving. Okay, it's a very important date. It's about to happen. So there's no way, especially during this time period where the halving event is about to happen, literally less than 1 year from now. Okay, think about it. There's no way Bitcoin can all of a sudden just drop back down, okay, to $20,000, back down to $20,000. Just an example, right? Or even lower than $20,000. The reason why I say that is because we have already hit bottom, okay? And Bitcoin is clearly forming a new pattern to the upside, okay? You guys can clearly see this rally, and this rally will, in fact, continue, okay? That's what I've been telling you guys, okay? And that's what I want you guys to understand here, right? If we go to the weekly time frame, right here, you guys can clearly see all of 2022, it was just a really bad year for Bitcoin and crypto, I must admit. Okay, and in that year, it would have been a great time to really start buying when Bitcoin was in fact, dropping, dollar cost average at least. Not financial advice, but just my personal opinion. You guys can clearly see all of 2022, pretty much, we saw Bitcoin drop. It literally just dropped, especially in June. Look at that. In June, April, May, especially because of Terra Luna, it just dropped. We can see this massive falling wedge from Bitcoin, okay, massive. And then we hit bottom right here, okay, you guys can clearly see that, which was last November and December when Bitcoin was pretty much at $16,000, okay. And now you guys can clearly see right here, we are in fact breaking out from this falling wedge that we have in fact been seeing for the whole year, okay. So that's why, guys, I believe, okay, this rally will in fact continue, and there's no way in hell Bitcoin will drop all of a sudden back down to 20K and lower than that, because we have already hit bottom, okay? And it's obviously breaking out, right, from this falling wedge that we have, in fact, been seeing all of, 2022. It's now breaking back up to the upside. It's forming a new pattern to the upside, okay? So pretty much, yes, you can say that this is the beginning of the next bull market. We're not quite there yet, okay? But this is pretty much the next beginning, because short term, guys, in the next few weeks, few months, we will in fact see Bitcoin pump further up to the upside. Okay, that's what I want you guys to understand here. Okay, so someone commented. I appreciate all the comments, by the way, guys. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. So someone commented, will alt and meme coins rise high as well? Now, this is the thing, guys. With altcoins, yes, I do in fact believe altcoins will rise as well. I really do. But you guys understand, you have to really do your own research. You guys understand the halving event. I know I keep talking about this, but it's very important. Okay, the halving event, Bitcoin, it's going to pump. Once the halving event happens, in the next few weeks, few months, we will in fact see Bitcoin pump. And guess what? Other altcoins will follow. Altcoins will pump like crazy, guys. Yes. Okay. Majority of these altcoins will in fact pump, not all of them, clearly, okay. Like there's over 25,000 different altcoins in the market, right? So there's a lot, okay. So yes, altcoins will in fact pump. Now, meme coins, let's talk about that a bit, right? Let's talk about meme coins. Now, Pepe, I've been talking about this a couple weeks ago, and I told you guys not to buy Pepe. Did I not? I told you guys to not FOMO into Pepe. Everyone was talking about it on Twitter. There was a lot of FOMO going on around. And if you guys look at the videos, if you guys go back to, a couple of weeks ago, I made like a few videos on Pepe. I believe like around 4 videos on Pepe. And in all those videos, I told you guys to not FOMO into Pepe because it will eventually drop. I remember Pepe was pumping like over 50%, like 50%, 70%, and some days it'll pump like over 80%. almost 100% at one point. And that's when everyone was talking about it. And I told you guys to not throw it in. And guess what? Pepe in the next few weeks, right now, currently, okay, is down a lot. Look, today, for the past 24 hours, is down over 9%. If I go to the 1 month chart, look at how much it has dropped. Can you guys see this? So Pepe was all the way up here, right? And I told you guys to not FOMO in. And now look at it. Look at it. I literally told you guys, if you see any altcoin pumping 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, even like over 50%, do not FOMO in, guys, because it will eventually drop. Just be patient and wait for the drop. Now, if you want to invest into meme coins, guys, you can. Okay, but just know, investing into meme coins, in my opinion, is like a complete gamble. Okay, it really is, right? Like, honestly, I would not, buy into meme coins and like hold it for a very long time. I'll just trade it. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? I'll just trade it short term. Okay, I will not hodl it or anything like that. Like what I do with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? I pretty much buy and hodl for them long term, right? I have that mindset of buying and hodling long term, right? Long term investments. But for meme coins, I don't hodl them for long term. I don't make an investment in them for long term. I just pretty much trade them. Like for example, with Dogecoin, right? I made a fair few $1,000s with Dogecoin, and today I don't hold much Dogecoin. I still have a fair few Dogecoin. I have a few thousand I'm still holding, right? Because Dogecoin will eventually, pump, in my opinion, right? But, I've made a fair bit of money with Dogecoin. And there's another one, Shiba Inu, right? Shiba Inu is another one that I've made a fair bit of money with, right? I don't hold any Shiba Inu because I have already, made my money, right? Do I think Shiba Inu will eventually pump? I do, right? In fact, I might actually go ahead and buy some, okay? But, with meme coins, guys, it's high risk, but it's also high reward, okay? That's what I realized, right, with meme coins. Meme coins move a lot, guys, right? But you just have to pick the right one. You have to get in at the right time, okay? And that's how a lot of people make life-changing money with meme coins, okay? So there's other questions here. I said that because people believe September till December will be bearish before the halving. Yeah, I mean, everyone honestly has their own opinions, okay? They really do. But in my opinion, we all should be, bullish right now. Okay, we all should be at least accumulating, buying right now. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously not financial advice, but I think right now is the perfect time to get in because we're nowhere near its all-time highs, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me. Okay, let's see the other comments. Okay, so that's why people are anticipating BTC 50K maybe to August, September, then bearish till next halving, then go up by 2024. Yeah, I guess that's true. You know what I mean? I really do believe that's true. Like I said many times, yes, Bitcoin will eventually maybe pump to, $40,000 and whatnot, okay? 41, 42, but yes, it's going to have small corrections, right? It could pump to, $41,000, 42, 44, and then it's going to have small corrections. Might actually see it consolidate and whatnot, right? Who knows? But that's very, very possible for Bitcoin, right? Like what it's been doing right now during this time, okay? And you guys can sort of see this like two curves right here forming, okay? So we will see. But yeah, Bitcoin's obviously going to have small corrections every now and then. Okay, so here's another comment. What are your thoughts on Volt Inu? Now, Volt Inu, okay, I have heard of Volt Inu. Let's have a look at it actually. Now, Volt Inu, I have heard plenty of times, okay? And you guys understand, I'm not an investor into meme coins, right? When I'm investing into cryptocurrency, my main investments are obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially Bitcoin, right? I'm really basic, okay? But it's more safe, guys, right? Yes, I invest into the altcoins, okay? I really do, like Cardano, Avalanche, Solana, Chainlink, especially. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Chainlink, Polygon, BNB, okay? I actually sold majority of my BNB to put into Bitcoin, believe it or not, okay? I was up in profit, so I just took that profit and I reinvested into Bitcoin instead. I have in fact invested into XRP. I still hold a good amount of XRP as well. Dogecoin, I still hold a pretty large amount as well. Shiba Inu, like I said, I have sold. I don't really hold any of it. Polkadot, Litecoin, Algorand, okay, ApeCoin, Cosmos, all these other altcoins I sort of do buy, but not too much, not as much as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum are obviously my two main investments here, right? They really are. But yeah, back to Volt Inu. Like I said, haven't really heard much about Volt Inu, okay? But I know a YouTuber, wow, it has dropped for the past month, for the past few weeks. Let's go to the 1 year, see what it's looking like. Wow, I think right now is a great buy for Volt Inu. If it, goes back up to its previous highs, right? Let's go to the OR chart. Let's see wow. 2022 was all the way up here. I think Volt Inu is looking like, I'm not like 100% sure about Volt Inu. Haven't heard much about it, but if it does eventually pump back up to its previous all-time highs you buy at this level right now, I think it will, right? And it's like a cycle. See, it went up and then it went down to the same level right around here. Okay, then it went up and then it's like sort of back down to its same level. It's actually, it looks pretty good to trade Volt Inu. But I know a YouTuber. Wait, where is he? I know a YouTuber that talks about Volt Inu a lot. I think his name is, here it is, this guy right here. This guy talks about Volt Inu a fair bit. Okay, and I do in fact watch some of his videos. It's pretty interesting. Okay, what's his name? December DeMarco. But yeah, he talks about Volt Inu a fair bit as well. You guys can clearly see that, and Shiba Inu, of course. But yeah, I'm not too quite sure about Volt Inu. Sorry, I haven't really done my full research on it or even thought about it, right? But honestly, it looks like a great meme coin to pretty much trade. A meme coin to not really hold long term, but I would trade it potentially, right? Because it looks like it will eventually bounce back up. It looks like a whole cycle, right? It went up, then it went down to like this level right here, and then it sort of went up, and then it went down, and then it went up, and then it went down, went up, and then it went down again to the same level. So I think looking at it, right, the all-time chart looks like a great meme coin to trade. That's all I can really say for it. And would I trade it? I really wouldn't. But that's just my personal opinion, I guess. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I appreciate all you guys that have joined the stream. I really do. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. More videos will in fact be coming your way. I really want to get back into uploading multiple videos for you guys. When I first started this YouTube channel, I remember I was uploading like 6 videos a day, and I really want to get back into that, right? Especially going live. I really like going live stream with you guys and just talking with you guys live and connecting with you guys, reading the comments and whatnot. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I will in fact be going live again, and more videos will in fact be coming away. So stay tuned for that. I will obviously keep you guys updated on Bitcoin. Okay, but Bitcoin, in my opinion, is still holding up really well. Okay, so for all my Bitcoin holders out there, don't be spooked out, okay, at all short term. Okay, always think long term. Okay, because Bitcoin always goes up. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we all know that. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys all in my next stream. Have a good one, guys.